Hi, thanks for joining us today. Our guest is Lori Hamm, the president of KC Design Team. Now, Lori her business was recently portrayed in the House and Home section of the Kansas City Star. Thanks for coming, Lori.
Hi, Pete. I'm excited to be here. Thanks for having me.
Now, Lori, tell me, we're going to talk today a little bit about interior design trends. Do you have any tips that you can pass along to people that own businesses or to people for their homes to help enhance the workplace and enhance their home environment?
That's a great question, and actually I absolutely do. Some of the tips that I wanted to talk about today are the use of color.
Color, okay.
That is one of the most inexpensive and dramatic changes you can make in a home or an office. And the cost is so reasonable. Color changes everything, and it impacts the way we feel about a space. So color is one of the things that I would like to talk about, and the other thing is architectural interest, adding architectural interest where there really is none. Creating a focal point. Every room has one, and I brought some before and after pictures if you'd like to take a look at some.
Let's take a look at them.
Okay.
What's this first one?
Pete, the very first one I'm going to show you is a rec room, and it's in the basement, and as you can see, all the furniture that they're using is the furniture that's left over. All of the nice things are upstairs.
Okay, that's not unlike many people's basements, I would think.
Absolutely. Okay. And that's where they live, that's where they kick their feet up, watch TV, play video games, all of those types of things.
Okay.
But there's no reason why you can't make it warm and inviting. And the after picture here that I'm going to show you.
Okay, here it is.
All I did here was add new color on the walls and create architectural interest where there was none before. If you noticed in the before picture, you really couldn't tell that one feature that's standing out.
You can't even notice it in the photo. So you did. So it was there, but it wasn't really emphasized.
Right. And in a basement like this, there really isn't a lot of architectural interest going on. But this actually creates something where there was none before. And the use of color, this is a blue, a beautiful Sherwin-Williams blue, and it actually ties and unifies all the other colors in the room together nicely. So you don't really notice all the mix match furnishings, but you notice the beautiful color on the wall. And it's warm and inviting now in the basement.
That's beautiful. Tell me about the next one.
Okay. The next one actually is a photo of a bedroom. The homeowners actually did a very nice job before, very simple, very clean, but they wanted something more modern and updated. So if you notice the after picture, if you take a look at the after picture, you'll see that it doesn't even look like the same space.
No, it's amazingly warm looking.
Thank you. Thank you. Again, creating a focal point.
So when you go into a room like this, you look for the central focus point and then work outward from there?
Absolutely. Every room should have a focal point. You don't want to have too much or too little on the walls.
Now what about this, you have a third picture?
I do have a third picture, and it is another bedroom photo, but I wanted to talk a little bit about scale. Scale is also very important in design, and scale means it's the size of one item in relation to another. If you notice in this picture, the lamp. Now, this is a bare bones bedroom, granted, but if you notice the lamp sitting next to the bed, how small it is compared to the bed. It just doesn't work.
Okay.
If you look at the after picture, it's completely different. And really, everything...
How'd you make such a... That's a big difference. How'd you do that?
Well, one thing that we did is we unified the space with the bedding. The bedding pulled all of the colors together. The second thing is the homeowner owned this dresser. It was given to her by her mother. It was in another part of the house. We brought it in here and actually turned the mirror straight up so that it adds more height to the room, and now it looks a little bit more like a Pottery Barn dresser and not an old antique. Also, new lamps that actually fit the space and fit the scale of the room really finish off the look.
Do you have any more pictures you can show us?
I do have one more picture, and this is another one that we're talking about with architectural interest and scale. The first picture here is the before picture of a living room. This is a two-story living room. It's not a big living room, but it actually is 2 stories. It's very high. if you notice, the fireplace looks very stunted in this picture and doesn't really do anything. It's not interesting. So if you'll notice, this is a work in progress, the after picture, but I just wanted to show it because it really shows how scale really improves the look of everything. And the after picture is a faux fireplace, and it's a 2-story fireplace. We brought the stone all the way up to the 2nd floor, and obviously the stone on the 2nd floor doesn't function other than it's just for the look. But now when you walk into the room, it actually looks like that's a 2-story fabulous stone fireplace.
Wow, that really makes a dramatic difference on that place. If I was considering redoing my home, I mean, I know relatively little about interior decorating, but I would think that this might cost a lot. Can you give folks an idea what work like this costs?
Absolutely. It's surprisingly inexpensive, Pete. For example, the basement remodel, all it cost was a can of paint. That's it. For the bedroom, the first bedroom that I showed you, it was actually $1,000. And the reason why it was $1,000 is because the homeowners bought a new bed, and the bed was $700. So really, it was very relatively inexpensive. And in the third photograph, with the other bedroom, it was approximately $400, and that was with new bedding and new lamps and new accessories.
Well, that seems very affordable for so much and adding so much to your home.
It completely changes your space.
Now, I'm assuming that in your line of work, you keep track of trends in design. And do you see any trends coming up in home or business decor?
Absolutely, there are some great new trends. One of the new re-emerging colors is gray. Gray is becoming the new neutral. And it's not the old concrete-looking gray that we think of in the past. It's new, vibrant, bright, rich. There's blue grays, green grays. They make the space absolutely beautiful. Gray pairs beautifully with white. Most homeowners have white trim in their homes. It pairs beautifully with white. And then if you add crystal or glass or gold or silver accents, it creates a very luxurious and rich look. Another trend in color is the use of corals, red corals, oranges, tangerines. Those colors are very popular. Pink is huge. If you use any of those colors in a dining room, let's say, and you add candlelight, it's flattering to everyone. That's a great trend.
Coral.
Coral.
Right.
Coral.
All right.
And another trend that you'll see is kitchen islands are becoming the new dining room table. And homeowners are using this kitchen island as a place to really show off their creativity. For not very much money, because you can change the top on a kitchen island and it's a completely new look. And it doesn't have to be the same color, the same type of material as what you have on your other countertops.
So it doesn't have to be butcher block, or there's any number of choices.
Oh, there's so many choices. Granite will always be popular, but engineered stone now is really coming on strong.
What's engineered stone?
Engineered stone, there's a couple of different choices. You can use silestone, you can use quartz. It's a product that's extremely durable. It has many colors, many wonderful features, many looks. It has looks of granite, looks of concrete. And the other thing that homeowners are doing with their kitchen islands is they're varying the size and the depth of the countertop.
Do you have any particular products where you might be able to shop for those products that you can pass along to people?
Gordman's wins hands down every single time. It's my favorite store to shop. I send all of my clients there. It's the first place I go. They have the best selection at the best price.
Okay, that's good to know. Anywhere else? Any other places?
I do also like to go to Lowe's for blinds. They have very inexpensive blinds that look like they're designer blinds. So that's another place that I love to go. Uplighting is very important in any space. Lowe's and Home Depot have great uplighting for very inexpensive.
Now, if somebody wanted to hire you to do an interior redesign, what are just go through some of the reasons we may not have covered that would entice somebody to use KC Design Team?
I absolutely believe in passing the savings on to the client. I don't believe in marking products up so that I make more money. I believe in passing the savings along to you. I can be involved as little or as much as the client would like me to be. I can be involved from the very beginning. I can be involved in a consultation, and then you can take it on yourself. I am extremely reasonable, and I've never had any complaints.
Well, thank you so much, Lori. That's Lori Ham with KC Design Team, recently portrayed in the Home and House section of the Kansas City Star. Lori's business is KC Design Team. And Lori, where can people find you on the web?
www.kcdesignteam.com.
And the phone number?
913-579-3696.
All right. Lori Ham, president of the KC Design Team. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.